before you pass on this video, what's the color of this font? Did you say orange? Don't lie. Because if you did, you are just like many other humans in this world, just like me and just like you, who would have done the same exact thing. And I am here to explain that concept. Hello everyone, my name is Riley Forbes, and welcome to my basement closet, where the only place in my house where I could find the best lighting. Today, I want to touch on the Stroop theory, something that was introduced in class towards the beginning, introduced in chapter 1 or chapter 2. It's kind of blanking on my mind right now, but it's something that intrigued me very early on because it is something that we have been tricked with, when we were little. I remember a specific example where an elementary teacher was showing me something like this, and I remember just being little and thinking, this is very interesting, and why does this happen? So, just a little background. The Stroop theory, it was discovered in the 1930s by a man named John Ridley Stroop. He discovered this by accident and later on decided to document his findings. And ever since then, it has become an entry-level psychology trick or experiment to open up the minds of other people to see what is in their mind. So for the sake of this project, I chose to do an experiment of myself with this little mind trick here. So what I did was I took 11 members of my family and people very close to me, including my mom, my dad, my best friend, my girlfriend, and parts of her family. 11 people total, and all these people were very optimistic. I told them they would not know what was coming, and I couldn't spoil the trick because I don't want to be that guy, the fun hater. So what I did was I placed 3 pieces of paper in front of them, just like these, with different colors, and I gave each of them all 2 seconds to tell me what the color of the font was. And as a side note, very important, the rest of the people, the participants in this experiment, if it was not their turn to come and experiment, then they were in the other room, so it would not spoil. So my original hypothesis was that at least 60% of my participants would be kind of hesitant to say anything at first because I was the first time I tried it, and that they would say the word written down instead of the color and what I originally asked them to do. Now, I was right, and I ended up getting over 75% of my participants, all with a chuckle, all with a smile, and they're asking why. That's crazy. Okay, let me try again, And I said, I'm sorry, that's just not how the experiment works. When they asked me to explain it to them, I didn't really have any great answers at first because it's just, there's a lot of different things in your mind that go into this very simple experiment. And there's 3 kind of different reasons that our brains can do this to us. The speed of processing theory kind of draws our mind to what we see first. Like, we automatically read words. We see the words, we recognize it, and we can draw our brains right towards it instead of just seeing the color at first. Theory of selective attention. What is more important to us in our mind, reading the word and understanding what's going on, or seeing the color of the font? We are automatically drawn towards the words that we know. And the automatic word recognition hypothesis. Same thing, where we are just reading what we know, and it's just hardwired. So now, tell me, what is the color of this font? Did you say blue, even after I just explained all of that to you? Did I give you enough time to think about it? It's pink. But our brains automatically read before we color process. So it's just our very active and complicated minds doing what we know how to do and prioritizing certain knowledge before others. I think my experiment was very successful, and I ended up tricking more people than I thought. It's good for a laugh. Try it if you can. I think it's really funny with people who have a sense of humor. So, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for teaching this class, Dr. Malberg, and have a great day.